Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my big catch-all happy planner for the week of February 7th through 13th. So Galentine's Day is on the 13th, as you probably figured out from my Galentine's Day collab video, which went live, I want to say yesterday. So I'm continuing the theme and doing another Galentine's Day spread, this time in my catch-all. I have this sheet here from Alicia Michelle. It's called Girl Gang, and I think it's probably for like International Women's Day, just kind of based on the quotes that are in here, but I thought it would be fun to like kind of pair this for the spread, and then to do like the background stuff. I've got this sheet that came out of the Happy Planner Botanicals book, like the really old one, and that book is falling apart on me, so I just have the one sheet here, but it's some line art florals that I thought would be fun to kind of layer behind these. I also have some washi tape that came from the Simply Gilded Archer and Olive collab, and it looks like this with the little bows on it. The colors match really well with like these kind of purpley brown tones that are on the Alicia Michelle sheet, so I thought this would be kind of fun to form some clusters with. And then for the more functional stuff or like background layering, I have this collection from Happy Planner, which is the Align collection, and it's a lot of like line art stuff. It's black and tan. Some of it is kind of Art Deco-y, in my opinion. Like, things like that are a little Art Deco-y. I was thinking I would mainly be using this for, like, the boxes. Because I saw, like, these appointment stickers, they look pretty good. A lot of nice little boxes in here. So, that's why I have that book. And then this one is the larger sticker pad. And I saw a couple like longer quotes in here that I thought might pair well in here. I don't know how much space I really have to deal with, but this Dwell in Possibility is really cute. I don't know about this one. This might be a maybe, but this is kind of what I'm working with for this spread, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. I think I want to establish the clusters before putting in the stuff from Align. So my starting place was that I was going to use this washi tape here. That was not a very good rip. Okay, so my starting place was that I was going to use this washi and do like a couple long strips of it. Not like crazy long strips of it, but like something like this as like the first layer. And then the second layer would be the florals, to do like the line art like background. Oh, I tore that one really weirdly. Okay, I'll just patch it together when it gets on the page. I had originally bought the Align sticker books. Maybe I can actually work with the torn sticker. So I'm gonna layer it so that part of it goes on top of the washi tape and then the other half kind of like peeks over. Interesting like coincidence there. Anyway, I had originally bought the Align sticker books because I was really sad that they didn't restock the Modern Year collection. Modern Year is one of my favorite Happy Planner sticker books because it's like a lot of nice neutrals that pair well with things, and it just goes with a lot of different stickers from like small shops, but they discontinued it or they didn't ever restock it. So I was kind of sad about that, but I felt like this Align collection was similar in style. Oh god. Okay, so I should tell you, if you're purchasing stickers from Alicia Michelle, don't plan on moving them around because the ink, I guess, it just has some issues. The ink that she uses, like when you peel up and put back, like the ink tends to crackle on the top of the stickers. I would assume she's probably using a laser printer, not an inkjet printer, from like my experience with these stickers. So be careful like moving them around because you can really not like stick them down and then move them somewhere else without like ink transferring off of them or like smudging or whatever. So that is a word of warning right there. They're beautiful stickers. I love the designs that she comes up with, but you do need to be careful with them. Just because if you want to keep them in like nice, neat condition, you got to make sure that you're being extra cautious with like moving them around. I'm starting another cluster up here on Monday. Mondays typically aren't like a crazy busy day for me. And this Monday is going to be my February sticker release. over on Etsy. So if you're interested in picking up any of my new designs, they're gonna be available starting on Monday. I already have a video up on my channel that shows you what designs I'm releasing in February, and I'm particularly proud of this collection. I think these are some of my favorite designs that I've ever made. To pair with this idea of sticker release on Monday, I'm going to do this one that says Hustle Hard Girl. And that one's going to go up here. I probably want a box underneath that, so I should not have stuck it to the page. And I'll primarily be using black boxes for my commitments, but for something special like this, I think I want to use the gray. And I'm not sure if I want to use like the arched one or the box of gray. I think maybe for some consistency, I'll go with the box. Let's see how well I can move this sticker. If I didn't press the corner down all the way, I should be fine. So this one's going to be for my Etsy shop release that's happening at 11 a.m. Central Time. All of the details will be down below in the description of this video, in case you're interested in like reading a little bit more about like what's happening, or just don't like process well auditorially. I don't know, the words are hard, but needless to say, details down below. I put a little heart next to that. I think that's cute. I also have these Etsy stickers from MU's Designs that you might have seen in my social media plan with me, and since this is the Etsy release, I'm gonna put Etsy up here. Beautiful. I feel like a checklist might also be needed on Monday, because I'm gonna be trying to get as much stuff done like related to the sticker release on Monday as possible, like packing orders wise, because my Mondays have cleared up quite a bit. I've been trying to reduce commitments as best I can, which it's not always possible to like cut back on commitments, but I've been able to get a few things off of my plate on Mondays, so I do have some time to do some checklist activities. And it's looking like Monday may actually be the day that I can leave my apartment, because they're finally starting to clear up the snow. We had a really big snowstorm come through like central Illinois, and the town that I live in just isn't great like snow removal wise, so it's been taking them a decent amount of time to come and clear the road out front of my apartment building. And I'm currently parked on the street because of my whole car situation, which we don't need to go into anymore. But due to the car situation, I'm driving my parents' old minivan, and that means I don't have my parking permit for like my apartment building lot. So I have to street park it, but then the snow plowed it in, and I went looking for shovels at like every single hardware store, Target, Walmart, even like Meijer's, which is mainly a grocery store, but they have some home stuff. I went looking for snow shovels, and everywhere was sold out, and this was like 2 or 3 days in advance of the storm. So getting my car out of the snowplow drift is going to be an adventure, but I got some time on Monday to do it before I need to go to class, so I can take care of that. Otherwise, I can take the bus if I really need to, but it's a bit of a haul to get to like a bus stop from where I live. I love this one that says "Don't stop until you're proud," and I want to continue that taupe color throughout the spread, but I just don't know if it's a good idea to stick another like quote sticker in here. I could put it down here. This isn't bad, but then it's in line with what I'm trying to pair it with. Maybe it's something that needs to go on the other half of the spread. I could do it Thursday, Friday, and I should double check that I don't put a large cluster on Thursday, Friday this week, and then have a million commitments on Friday like I did last week. So I'm taking some more of this washi tape to start out this cluster. This is starting to peel on me, but I got a glue pen that I can reaffix it to the page with. And while we're on the subject of the Alicia Michelle stickers, I should also say that if you are someone who's like interested in purchasing from her shop, I'll leave a link to her shop down below, but I should tell you that shipping from her shop does take a little bit longer than most sticker shops that I've kind of experienced. And I think she has it pretty clearly listed out on her Etsy page that her shipping takes like maybe like 3 weeks of processing time, which is a lot longer than a lot of shops I've like shopped with. She's busy. I know she has a full-time job outside of Etsy. Most people who are on Etsy do have like full-time jobs, so you got to give them a little grace. But I should tell you that it does take a significant amount of time to get stickers like processed and to you. So if you're shopping from her shop, you want to do so like planning pretty far in advance. So yeah. Okay, so we've got A Strong Woman Raised Me, and I'm trying to pair it with this floral. Although it's pretty sticky, so I think it's gonna get stuck like that. And this has no significance to the spread. It's just a cute quote, and I thought the sizing of it was nice. Although I should have done this Support Your Local Girl Gang, because I feel like that works better with the Galentine's Day spread. But I can put in like a couple more clusters and it'll be fine. So we've got that going on. I'm gonna add in some more florals with this little accent right here. Looking good. I feel like this sticker might have been a better choice to like save for like Mother's Day or something like that. But it's on the page and I don't think it's going anywhere. So I'm trying to now figure out where this one is gonna go. I wonder how her stickers hold up to like something like Undo. Because peeling them doesn't do nice things to the ink, but if I were to douse it in chemicals, I wonder how that would work out. Okay. I was able to get this one up off the page, I think, partially. So maybe we don't use the sticker in this spread. I think I'm going to save this for something else. I think my thought is that I'm going to use this same sticker combination to make my weekly goals insert for my planner. I've been keeping up with that, like the inserts. So I feel like if I make a match, I could use that one sticker that I kind of like put back on this like sticker sheet, because it's not going to stay very well if I just like leave it hanging out there. I need to affix it to something. So we've got Support Your Local Girl Gang, Don't Stop Until You're Proud. I'm trying to figure out the layering with this. And maybe more florals is the answer to that problem. I do like this one kind of paired behind it. So what if I do it like that? I can't tell if I like this or not. I love the little quote on this, the Don't Stop Until You're Proud. And I don't want to cover it up, but maybe it looks visually better to have it covered up just so it's like a plain taupe accent versus trying to be a quote sticker. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to do it. So we'll do that. These other florals are going to go over the corner of it. I am having a hard time like keeping the pattern on the washi tape visible because I covered up so much of it. And then this one, I want to rip the edge of it a little bit better, so I'm going to lose even more of it. But because it's the Simply Gilded collab, instead of the normal like, or wait, what do they normally have? They normally have bows on their washi. The Simply Gilded washis normally have bows. This is a slightly different bow pattern than I think they normally do. But this one matches the bow that's on the notebook. It's a little bit more of like a detailed line art bow rather than just like, it's a little bit more detailed than their normal line art bow is what I'm trying to say. I'm thinking I'm going to need some clusters on like Sunday. These two are a little close for my liking. So I do want to kind of space it out and like add in additional clusters elsewhere. I don't want to get in a cluster rut where I'm doing the same like kinds of clusters in the same like 5 spots over and over again, which I tend to get stuck in like cluster there and cluster here and then there and then like there. So I'm trying to mix it up, but maybe this is not the week for experimentation with clusters. Maybe I just need to keep it to something that I know, especially because I'm experimenting with like a lot of different stickers. So we have She Just Shines and then Pretty and Powerful as the remaining 2 quotes. I'm running out of Florals, but I only have 1 sheet to begin with. And on the plus side, if I use up this sheet of Florals, then I don't have to deal with the loose page of Florals floating around anymore. I don't really have a good system for like keeping track of individual Happy Planner sticker pages. And I know I could use one of those like make your own sticker book things, but I think I only have one of the holders for those, so I don't really want to bother getting another one, especially because I'm trying to shop small more often now. So I'm trying to be better about buying the Happy Planner stuff. Like, they suck you in with the cute designs and like the like many sticker books that they release. But I'm trying to be better about shopping small because I know that impacts like actual people rather than like a faceless corporation. I'm playing around with this like little heart thing, and I kind of want it over in this cluster. I think it looks kind of fun hanging out underneath it. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. I'm also seeing these faux washi strips that are in that same taupe color that I'm playing around with in these clusters. So maybe instead of doing a cluster over in this corner like I'm kind of drawn to do, I just do like a strip of this washi tape down here to keep bringing the taupe out into the outer corners of the spread. I'm also trying to think through like what I have going on plan-wise this weekend. I think my boyfriend is supposed to be in town like Saturday, Sunday at least. And I think he mentioned that the Super Bowl is on Sunday. It always falls really close to my birthday, and then it's like, I don't know. If we want to do like dinner or stuff this weekend, like it would be during the Super Bowl, and then obviously he like wants to watch this football game, but this is the only time that I have like prior to my birthday and Valentine's Day, because I'm going to be working like Monday and Tuesday the next week. So trying to figure out my weekend plans, and also trying to figure out like how to accommodate for things like the Super Bowl. I'm trying to balance out that washi that I put in the lower right-hand corner with a strip of it up here. And this is like really skinny for a sticker. So placing it has been a little difficult, and I can't tell if the glue on the Happy Planner books changed because it doesn't stay in place as well as I remember it. But that could also be because the sticker is so skinny, so I'm not quite sure. And then this one is going to go into this cluster to balance that out. And it's also really hard to get this level because it's so skinny, but I think I'm doing a decent job of it. And when I step away from this, I'm going to realize that I was not doing a decent job, but I'm just going to keep telling myself that. Here we go. Instead of trying to predict what my weekend plans are going to be, I'm going to let it be a little bit more organic, which is oftentimes hard for me to like just kind of let go of the planning and just go with the flow. But in lieu of like putting boxes on the weekend, I think I'm just going to take these cute little like half gray, half taupe letters and spell out down here, Nick in town. So like as in my boyfriend will be in town this weekend. I'm also, okay, this might happen, this might not happen. So I'm hesitant to do like a spoiler on this, but I think I have convinced him to do a voiceover for one of my videos for Valentine's Day. And I think he's just going to do the voiceover part. I don't think he's going to actually do the planning with me because I'm hoping to have everything planned in advance of him being in town like this weekend. Plus, my catch-all is also going to be my birthday spread, and I sure as hell am not giving him control over that. That is something that I want to make. So I'm going to compromise and let him do the voiceover, and I asked him about this, and he was on board with it, and he said he'll start practicing his, like, he does, like, accents, like like different parts of the United States accents or like a British accent. And I'm like, please don't do that. Don't do that to the video. He's like, could I do it in a Texas accent? I'm like, no, you cannot do it in a Texas accent. So you'll see what you get when it comes to my catch-all for next. I just spit on my spread. Sorry about that. You'll see what you get when that video comes, and hopefully it's in a state where I can post it to the internet. I'm a little concerned. And if not, I also have the ability to do the voiceover myself. Maybe I'll do the voiceover with him. But I somehow roped him into this, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm always very entertained by like the plan with me videos where people get their significant others to do the planning. But I really don't trust him like sticker placement wise. I just don't know if he has the eye for making my birthday spread that I do. And I feel like that's a fair call on my part. So we're just adding letters, and I'm trying to add them in where they're level. I think it's turning out all right, the lettering down here at least. Maybe I should have put it a little closer to the corner. I might bump them all down, just so they're a little farther removed from that cluster that's going on right there. Because if they're floating around closer to that line, it feels like they're kind of an addendum to that cluster, and that's not what I want. Where are the W's? And the Z's. Oh, I think I had this issue before. They're actually on they're on the page before this. Kind of mixed in for some odd reason. I mean, worst case scenario, I could have used an upside down M, but why would they skip certain letters? They're on the prior page. Okay, so we're gonna keep spelling this out. I'm gonna move some stickers around to adjust the 2 words that I already placed. And then I'll be back in a second. Okay, I think that looks a little bit cleaner. I do think this could be centered a bit more. So that's the next adjustment I'm going to be making. Okay, that looks better. It's not perfect, but it's not going to be perfect. So I'm going to have to leave it like that. I think I need to take a pause on the decorating and get into like the functional stuff that's going in the spread. And that way I'll have an idea of where I still have left, where I can like put more decorative stickers. Because I don't like the fact that there's 4 clusters, and I'm hoping to do one like Wednesday, Thursday, but I gotta get the boxes in place before I can even think about that. So Monday, I've got the Etsy release, and then I've got class and possibly a meeting. And I'm just gonna, okay, I could put a box for the meeting preemptively, and then if it doesn't happen, I just have time. And I could fill it in with whatever I'm doing. Or I could leave it blank and add in the box as the week goes on, once that meeting is established. And the meeting could be on Monday, or it could be on Tuesday. So maybe it's best to leave it blank for now. Okay, so we've got Etsy release, and we've got class. And then on Tuesdays, I teach, and then I have my own class to attend. So these ones are going to go in the middle box because I want another checklist up in the top section of Tuesday. I think that should work out spacing wise. I don't want to get too heavy with the checklists because I know that they visually kind of clutter the space, and I'm not as inclined to use them in this planner as I am like in my daily, where I can move stuff around from day to day. But like on a day like Monday where I have a lot to do, like things that are of high importance or things that are time sensitive, yeah, I'll use it in my catch-all, but I'm not keeping track of like stuff in here like, I don't know, take out the trash or something like that. That feels like not as important to have in this planner, so I try not to do that. Granted, there are cases where I have like empty bullet points on the checklist towards the end of the week, and I'm like, I know I took out the trash on Tuesday. I'm just going to add it to the list and check it off so I feel more productive. Does anyone else back plan to feel a little bit more productive? Sometimes I do. And it's not even like a case of, I know I'm going to post this to social media, so I want to have it all filled in. It's not even that. It's just like looking at the week, or like past weeks in my planner, and they're not completely filled in. I get like a little irritated with myself. I'm like, I used my good stickers to not even use the planner. So to combat that, I will sometimes fill in the planner after the plans have been done. And you know, it also helps with like consistency. So for some, like in some occasions, I need to check like, when was the last time I had a certain kind of meeting? Or if we're talking about like small checklist items, there's like a fuzzy under the sticker. If we're talking about like things that are reoccurring but happen more on a schedule. So like, when was the last time that I paid my utilities or something like that? It's helpful for me to be able to flip back in my planner and double check that. So even if I had like remembered to do it and I did it and I just didn't have it in the planner, sometimes I'll write it in place so that it'll help future me kind of remember when things happened. So, okay, we've got this beautiful looking page over here. This is nice. Okay, so we've got that. To the other half of the spread, we've got whatever's going on Thursday. I think I have an appointment and work. So 2 boxes for that. I did see some really cute like appointment stickers in this book. So maybe I make use of one of those when I have like an actual appointment. And I know I'm discussion leading on Wednesday, so maybe I should go back and swap the box on that to a slightly larger one to account for having to write that note in there as well. I'm picking the same gray as that because I want them to match up. So Thursdays start with appointments, and then I have work. There's not enough room to put a checklist on here, but I think that's fine. I mean, I could cut one in half and put it on the bottom box if I really wanted to, but I don't know if that's a necessity. Swapping back to Wednesday because I do want to mark that discussion leading. So I peeled up all the boxes, and now I'm going to take maybe like a taupe one because it is like a more important priority. So like kind of what I did with the Etsy one, where it's not a reoccurring event. It's like something that happens on its own. I don't know. The sentence was hard. So I could do like this for the discussion leading. That could be kind of fun to have that circle shape kind of repeated somewhere else. I'm looking for like, not a full box, but like one of the square boxes. Like this taupe one could be fine. Do I have the room for... I don't really have the room for both the what happens before I do class. Or is it after? I have work after class. I don't really have room for that if I do that. I could do that, but I don't know. I could also cut it so it's the right size. Oh, here we go. Okay. This one should be the right color, I think. Or be close enough. It's not the exact same, but it makes an appearance in those letters, so I think it should be fine. Or very important. Because it has that little header on it, it's going to take away some of the functional space where I actually want to write out like discussion later. So I'm going to stick with this one. And it's just going to go up here in the top of Wednesday. And I know it's kind of distracting to have all these stickers on my fingers. I'm sorry. This is just kind of how I plan. But this one is going to go below it to mark the work shift that I have directly after class. So, okay, it still looks good. I didn't ruin it. And then on Friday, I just have the class that I TA for. I'm going to save this one for a checklist and then put the commitments down here. Could even add it into this cluster, but I don't know if that looks right. So this will go here. got this one box that I peeled up and it's not going to stick well back into the book. So I'm going to use this one for like dinner plans on Saturday because I know we're going to go to dinner somewhere, like early Valentine's Day birthday celebration. There is this one place in town that actually makes this will probably not be like the most exciting thing to you, but to me it's very exciting. There's a place in town that makes nut-free desserts, and I've never been able to eat dessert at restaurants until I found this one place. And they're really good with allergies in their kitchen, so it's like a restaurant that I could actually like order off the dessert menu at, which is very exciting for me. And they have creme brulee, which is one of my favorite desserts. So probably going to do that on Saturday, and I need to remind Nick to make reservations, or I could honestly make reservations. It's 2022. I can make my own birthday or Valentine's Day reservations. But I want to make sure I get that ahead of time. Like, yeah, it's not Valentine's Day, but it's the weekend before Valentine's Day, so it's still kind of hectic. Normally, they're not too busy, so I think I should be fine. Otherwise, we'll just get carry out and, like, come back to my apartment and have it. Granted, I don't have a kitchen table. I used to have a kitchen table, but in my new apartment, there's just not space for one, so kitchen table had to go. So it's either you eat on the couch or at the kitchen counter. There is a breakfast bar. I just have not bought stools for it, so maybe that'll be a little birthday treat to myself. Stools, so we can actually eat meals here in my apartment. Putting my headers on all of my little checklists, and I'm just using that same gray color. Looking good. I do want like some kind of word to go in them, so I'm going to find some According to Allie stickers, I think, to title them all. Or I could do not Plan With Them. That's her Instagram handle. The shop is Amxo Designs. I might have some stickers from them as well, because it would match the hand lettering up there. I couldn't find my Today stickers from Amxo Designs, so I'm going to use these ones from According to Allie, and I think I'm going to do the ones that say To Do, just because the line is a little bit thicker than the Today ones, and then the Etsy line work, like the hand lettering line work, is a little bit thicker, so I think it'll look better paired with these To Do ones than it would with the Today ones. So all of these checklists are going to get labeled To Do. And I feel like I left a good amount of space to add in meetings where I'm gonna eventually have to add in meetings. I think the class I TA for actually has an exam on this day that I might need to be present for. We're on like a rotating basis of who comes to the lecture section, but I might have to go in on Wednesday. I just don't know yet. So there's room on Wednesday where I could like cut the checklist down to like a couple bullet points if I needed to add that in. It's a pretty flexible layout. There's blank space to play around with if needed, but it's also nice and decorative, which makes me happy. So I've got all the little to-dos in place, and now I'm just thinking about like what else it might need. I think the last thing I'm going to do is just add in a sidebar. So I'm going with another one of the black colorful boxes to match the colorful boxes that I already have in place. This one is a grid pattern, and it's just going to go over here. Nothing too fancy, but it'll probably end up being like not a running to-do list, because I have a lot of to-do lists to play around with, but it'll probably be like a grocery list or something like that, or I could even like mark like important priorities. I know there's some cute little page flags in the Align book. I'm looking at these ones right here. I could add them in now, or I could wait. I think I'll probably wait to see what I want to do with that as the week kind of progresses. That way I'll actually use it versus like setting it up for something other than what I end up using it for. So I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna get a good look at this. I think it's almost done. I think the final touch is one more of these florals, just over here by the lettering. So I like this one because it kind of fills up the space. Just gonna cut that. I don't know if I need this other half of it, like down here or whatnot. I'll test it with the tweezers and we will see. No, I think it's just the one that I need. Or I could, That doesn't look that great. Okay. How do we feel about that floral just hanging out down there? I don't know. It feels a little bit like an afterthought, so I'm going to remove that. I was thinking like maybe over here. Yeah, I'm going to recut the sticker so it'll go into that space. I feel like that rounds the cluster out a little bit better than it was before. And I think I'm going to have to call it good on this one. I've got all the functional stuff in place. It has those decorative touches. I love the combination of the stickers. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this back on the discs. Okay, so it's back on the discs, and I'm thinking that I want to do one more strip of this really skinny washi to kind of touch on the clusters that didn't get it before. And I'm using that taupe color because I want it to match that box that I have going on Wednesday. I don't know how well it would like look overlapped with that, but I could do it like slightly above that box. So I'm just cutting tiny little strips of this. So this one's gonna go like right up here. Again, trying to make sure that it is level. Oh yeah, I do like that. And it brings the colors from the letters into play just a little bit more. So I'm gonna do another one over here in that pretty and powerful cluster. Because all the clusters have quotes, it's easy to refer to them by their like names. So this one's gonna go here. Ooh, and I did that just right, so it ended up right at the edge of the page without me having to cut it. And then for this last little bit, I'm gonna put it underneath the strip of washi that I already have going on up here to just pair them together. And I think that actually helped quite a bit. All right, so I'm back, and it's been maybe 2 or 3 days since I filmed this plan with me. However, some plans have changed around. So instead of leaving you hanging with a plan with me that doesn't actually match the spread, I'm going to do like a little addendum onto this and just move some stickers around while I still have your attention here. So I'm taking this off of the discs again. I also brought some wax paper because I know I'm going to have to remove some stickers. So I'm going to start with this sticker little placement over here, the one that says Nick in Town, because plans did change with that. When I said birthday weekend, I meant the weekend. Okay, that's the confusing thing, is there was like a little lack of lapse in communication. So my birthday is on the 15th, so it's a Tuesday. So when I said birthday weekend, I meant this weekend, like this weekend of the 12th and 13th, because it's closest to my birthday. But he thought the weekend after my birthday. So he's actually going to be in town the next weekend. So I'm removing these letters. And I don't know if they're going to match the spread that I do for next week, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll make an insert of like what our plans are for when he is in town. But they can't stay in this spread because that's not the plan for this week. And also they just take up so much space. So I'm removing all the little letters out of this corner. And I'm going to have to find something to replace it. I was looking around in the Align like sticker pad, like the bigger sticker book. And I saw like a longer quote that I thought might work out well in this spacing. These are going surprisingly well onto the wax paper, so fingers crossed I'll be able to use them again. I didn't want to waste all these letters for nothing. So we're just taking Nick in Town off of the pages. That being said, I don't know if the voiceover video thing's going to work out because he's not going to be in town until after Valentine's Day. So maybe it'll just be like a random voiceover video that was supposedly for Valentine's Day. I don't know. I also want to take some more of the Simply Gilded washi and add it into this area down here. I don't know if I want to go down to like the bottom of the page. I think I want to put it like above it. So I'm just going to put a strip more over here, especially because in all the other clusters, it's covered up. So like in this cluster, it's not as visible because it's just poking out the ends. So I want it to be pretty visible. And then in this sticker pad, I was looking at a longer quote and I wanted a clear one because I didn't want to deal with like paper quotes. I saw this one that says, "It never gets easier, you just get better." I think the color matches well with like the taupe and gray tones that I already have from the other Align sticker book. And also, like, spacing wise, it would look good over here. Although I think it's going to be a little too much on top of this washi tape. So I'm peeling this up again, even though I just placed it. I know. I'll find a home for it somewhere else in the spread. I was thinking it would just kind of go along where this washi type sticker is. Taking my white Jelly Roll pen and just kind of removing a small section of it so that it'll kind of match where I whited out this line on Saturday, Sunday. I'm doing that across all of the days. I'm not extending it up all the way, but I just wanted the area that's going to be underneath this quote to be clear. So I like the idea of the long quote. It's about the same length as that faux washi sticker. I think it looks good visually. Okay. Then we've got some washi tape. I'm like tempted to put it on top of that box, but I don't think that's going to work. Maybe the solution to the problem is actually putting this above the quote sticker and just kind of doing a little section of it like that. I don't hate it. I'm going to leave that for the time being, and if I end up disliking it, I can always take it away, but for now, that's what we have for that. Next, I'm grabbing my colorful boxes to add in some additional like meetings and commitments that came up. So I'm going to keep with the theme of the black colorful boxes. There's a review session for the class that I TA on this Monday. I'm not leading it. One of my friends who's also a TA is, but I want to attend it. So I want it to go into this cluster, but I'm not exactly digging the way that it looks around this faux washi sticker. So I'm going to attempt to peel that one up. And I ripped it. I think it's not going to be salvageable. I'm just going to have to deal with the fact that the sticker is not going to make it into the next rendition of this spread. Okay, it just keeps tearing on me. I don't know what's going on with this sticker. Normally, at least with the older Happy Planner stickers, you can move them around a little bit before they get to this stage, but this is the first place I placed that sticker, so I'm kind of amazed that the quality has gone downhill where it's just tearing up on me. That's kind of sad. Oh well. And now that that's gone, I'm going to take my colorful box and just place that right underneath on Monday. And then I have a meeting on Wednesday before this one, and oh god, I hope the stickers make it through the transition. I feel like having undo would really help with the sticker movement, but I don't have any of that. So what I'd like to do to accommodate for that extra box that I'm going to be adding in, I'm going to slice this checklist down and remove the bottom part of it. And again, it's tearing just like the other sticker did, so I don't have a lot of hope for the ones above it, but I guess I'll have to try, and worst case scenario, I find similar looking stickers to replace the ones that I already had on the page, even though I was really wanting to keep it with those ones. So the plan was to move the checklist down and then have everything up here in this top box, but knowing that stickers are ripping like crazy, they've been on the pages for maybe 2 days now, I think our best course of action is to actually put the sticker of the event that's happening first in the day at the end of the day. Not the ideal solution, but I think it needs to be done. And I wanted to kind of level out with this one on Tuesday, so I'm going to take away some more of the checklist. And knowing that it's going to be a more hectic day than I originally planned, I don't feel terrible only having 2 bullet points on this list. So I'm doing the same thing over again. I was like, maybe if I try to use the X-Acto to remove it, it won't tear, but I think that's making it worse. So I'm going to go ahead and just get this off of the page. That cleaned up all right. And then the last thing I have to do is add another box onto Tuesday, so now I kind of regret trying to line that one up with that one, because I was going to kind of shift them downwards. So I'm going to start by moving these boxes around, and hopefully these ones make it through the sticker transplant. I think I'll need to white out this line if the black box is going to go over it. I ended up having to do some office hours on this Tuesday because they have an exam that's coming up on Wednesday. and I was not prepared for it to be this early in the semester, so I didn't schedule office hours for this week. I kept telling them, I'm like, I'll have office hours once we get closer to the exams, and they gave me this look like, okay. Not realizing the exam is actually this Wednesday, so I'm gonna schedule some office hours on Tuesday in case people have questions. We've got that. I'll use the last of this size box for the office hours commitment. And in retrospect, I don't know if I needed to move them down. I probably could have just fit this above them to begin with, but I think it looks better to have them a little bit less cramped with that checklist that's at the top of Tuesday. Going back to this Girl Gang sheet from Alicia Michelle, I want to take the remaining 2 black hearts and kind of work them into the spread. I felt like this expansive gray was a little bit blocky, so adding something in with like a white background might help break that up a bit. I don't know if I want to use both of them on top of it. Like, this would be kind of fun to have one like kind of overlapped. I like that. And then these 2 I'm just going to save for something else. I think I'm going to use the She Just Shines when I set up my weekly goals page. That's going to end up eventually matching this planner spread. I kind of like the idea of having them match. And then for the boxes that are kind of peeling up in the corner, and they've been peeling up ever since I placed them in the first place, I'm taking my glue pen and just giving them a little extra attention in the corners. It goes on blue, but it'll dry clear, so it's not anything to be too concerned about if you're seeing like a little blue splotch on the page. So this thing has come in very handy lately because a lot of my stickers have been peeling up, and I can't tell if maybe it's like the humidity or just like the new material that the Happy Planner might be using, but glue pen has definitely been a lifesaver when I've been working with stickers recently. Like to plan out things, especially because I do tend to move my stickers around quite a bit. My schedule is constantly changing, so that means the stickers constantly need to adapt to that. And then I'm like, maybe I need a box on Sunday. We might be going to trivia this Sunday. We had talked about going last week, and then the major snowstorm happened, and there's still a whole lot of snow on the ground. So we didn't end up going to trivia. I'm taking the florals from the botanicals that I layered into these clusters and putting one behind the box. And I'm going to have it overlapped on top of the washi tape just a little bit. Speaking of snow, I think the snow plows are going around again. It's been nonstop snow plowing around here. Okay, so I'm cutting that loose edge. And then I do want to continue the florals into like maybe one other place in the spread. So I'm going to take this one down here. And I'm thinking I just want it kind of to pop up from the bottom of this sidebar over here. I think that looks kind of fun to have it like featured in other areas of the spread that aren't the clusters with the quotes. And I think this is all of the adjustments that I needed to make. Hopefully this video doesn't end up getting way too long. I feel like it was long to begin with, and then I had to like move a bunch of stuff around, but this is looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back on the discs. Okay, so this is all set up, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, I do kind of miss having those letters over here. I really did like that, but this is a nice alternative to that, especially because plans are changed, so I didn't really want to have like the letters floating around over here if they weren't actually what I was going to be doing this weekend. So I like the spread. I think these adjustments were much needed, especially adding in all the commitments. And while I have you here on camera, I want to show you what my February monthly spread turned out like. I had originally planned on filming a plan with me for the February monthly, and then it got to like be the 5th maybe of February. Today's the 5th of February, and I'm like, okay, I need to make this. I can't wait around to film a video of it. So this is what it turned out like. I used the Whimsy Luxe stickers from the Year of Planning sticker book, and I am so happy with this. I love, love, love this monthly spread. So that's how that turned out, but the spread at hand is this one using the Alicia Michelle stickers. I'll leave a link to them down below, as well as the According to Allie headers. Any other small shops I used. I used that one from MU's Designs, so I'll link them as well. And then Simply Gilded Archer Olive was the washi tape. So I'll try my best to link everything just so you have like links if you want them. But I'm very happy with the way this spread turned out. And I had filmed the initial part of this video, and then I took a picture of it, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be so cute. And then plans changed, and I was kind of down on myself. I'm like, oh, I don't really want to change it. I love the spread the way it is. But I do think that these changes visually improved it. So happy with that, and it also improved functionally, which I can't be angry at that. So this is my Galentine's Day / Valentine's Day spread. Even though it's not for the week of Valentine's Day, I'm counting it towards Valentine's Day because next week is going to be a birthday spread. So this is what I've got. It's soft, it's romantic, it's fun, and I love being able to use all of the different small shop stickers in my planner. So there you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!